wow, listen to this. Okay. This is the demo. This is my first impression video to the demo of Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Okay. Based on your hardware information, graphics setting change to high. Well, I might even lower that further. Let's go ahead and do that. Video volume, would that be cinematics? If that is the case, we'll leave that at 29. Like that. I can lower. I suppose for now I can just keep it like this. It probably goes up to super high or something like that. Oh, high. Oh, okay. What the? Why did that happen? Okay. The Druids have been almost completely eradicated, but some of their wisdom can be found in forests and groves. In the Antoine Fuqua version of King Arthur, they made Merlin more of a tribal, almost druidic
Red Death
kind of character.
600 years ago, King Arthur led the great escape from the homelands, where our kingdoms were ravaged by the plague. Leading people to Avalon, he started the Age of Conquest and took the island from the Four Dwellers. Using the mysterious powers of Menhirs, together with Merlin, they cleansed the land of the weirdness, a primordial force of chaos and possibility. But now, long after the death of the king, Camelot is in shambles as Avalon
Camelot, it's
fractures into
spelled with a
chaos.
K here, so what is...
Old legends are gone, and the weirdness is creeping back into our lands. The bleeding heart of the plague has started beating once more.
I do like this
and the
pastel
Red
art,
Death
really nice.
has returned. Rulers of the island asylum, an order of the Red Priests, are desperate to stop it by any means necessary. Rotting in one of their cells is a stranger who might bring a spark of change to this cursed island stuck in everlasting autumn. Be able to hear what's going on, like everything. When enabled, the dialogue advances automatically. When disabled, each line of dialogue requires a button push. I like that. Perspective, first person.
Control camera shake intensity. Proactive applies to player actions, while reactive also includes incoming effects like taking damage. Um, I guess we'll go for that for now. Enlarges user interface elements and text for improved legibility, especially when playing at a distance. Well, my monitor is right here, so before I was a bit more further back, so it was a bit harder, but to read. But um, I have much easier time now reading it. But even though, still, if the text is extremely small, I might struggle a bit. But I'm a bit closer. You can't really tell, but just trust me. I am. I managed to, because of my microphone now. I did something so the shelf um, tray thing that my monitor is on top of, my keyboard and mouse are on top of, I managed to push it more forward, closer to the desk instead of, before it was much more further away. Much more closer now to the desk and the monitor, so I'm able to scooch forward even more, so much better, and have a much better footrest too. So, okay, we're gonna keep it like this. Are you sure you want to apply these changes? Yeah. Alright, I don't want to take fucking forever for this, so go with that. And yeah, this is all fine. This is just a demo. Wow, the hairs in here are quite cool. What is going on here? Like this here, it doesn't. Oh no, it's turning. Alright, I'm going to go with that. Dark hair. No tattoos. Enter name. Falagar. Oh. Okay. Are you sure you want to play as this character? You will not be able to well, it's just a demo, so. Explorer, for players who want to experience the story with minimal challenge. Enemies are forgiving and resources are plentiful. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey. Adventurer, of course, is a balanced experience. Combat is fair, but requires focus. Mistakes are punished, but recovery is possible, designed for experienced players. Step up in difficulty. Enemies hit harder, show less mercy. Every resource counts. With those who seek a serious challenge. So since there's, it's a little bit buggy as well, I'm going to go with the middle. Adventure.
Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Yes, it's me again. And I hope this time you'll cooperate without me needing to repeatedly hit you in the face, eh?
Wow.
Look,
This
we
doesn't
just
look
have
bad.
to get this over and done with. Unless you want a visit from someone upstairs. And trust me, you don't. Just like before, no food until we're done here. And the moment you start getting on my nerves, we're going back to my tried and tested fists.
Oops. Shit. Okay, just like that. We're going back to my tried and tested fist.
Tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the red shields caught you?
I know not of what you speak. My memory is kind of. Oh. Is this for the magics? Yeah, this is for the magics. I like this. I the details are all still very fuzzy. However, I do know that I'm a scholar of some sort, and I was just seeking an ancient site of worship.
Yeah, it looked like one of those half-starved druids who survived the
Not a
giant
druid,
conclave.
though.
We've picked almost all of you up from the forest by now, so there aren't many of you crooks left out there. So, you're a tree hugger then?
I'd rather burn the trees down. This is a bit extreme, but I'm going to go with this because I'm not a druid or cleric or anything. I'm just a typical, sorcerer.
Big talk, as always. Yeah, I've never seen you people do anything but fireworks and illusions. Not much use during a real fight. As is evident from you being in here rather than out there. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to start.
Who goes there?
I've always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand, are literally rotting in
Okay,
this
I have to
cell.
adjust the volume later.
No excuse for the stench. There they are, finally.
Identify thyself. Who art thou?
I know. You've a million questions, but they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
Audio. Maybe like that. Okay. I'll try that. Stutters like a little bit, but oh, that's okay. I think if it's loading something new, it will stutter a bit. F to take all. Broken arrow. Am I able to fix these things? Is it I for inventory? Oh, look at what happened. I'm all... Mm-hmm. The magics. I love it. Okay, how do I save? Mm-hmm. Call it escape. So is it like Skyrim, where the right mouse button will affect the right hand and the left? Oh, he's dead, yeah. Oh yeah. I'll take all his stuff so I could sell it. Beautiful Liliana in the Chamber of Ecstasy. This is what he was reading, huh? Beautiful Liliana in the Chamber of Ecstasy. Sir Osbert could not wait any longer. He shut the door behind him and jammed the latch home. In a few determined strides, he approached Liliana, capturing her lithe waist in a strong embrace. Panting heavily with desire, he lifted her as she weighed nothing and threw her on the bed. He set about conquering her lips, neck, and cleavage with hungry kisses. Liliana arched off the bed and moaned wantonly, which only spurred him on further. Sir Osbert tangled the fingers of his right hand in Liliana's golden locks. Yeah. And with his left, he loosened the lacings of her bodice. After he finally managed to unlace it, his eyes were met with the rousing sight of Liliana's voluptuous body. Yeah, it is quite nice, yeah. He took her love apples into his hands, feeling them rise and fall with her quickening breath. He caressed them for a while, but soon his hand started wandering down her body to lift her skirt and petticoat. Liliana's lips tasted like the sweetest cherries. Sir Osbert couldn't help but cling to them. Her lips. Sir Osbert couldn't help but cling to them. Or cling to her lips, huh? But couldn't help but cling to them as his fingers slipped between the alabaster columns of her legs. Liliana's knees spread invitingly without hesitation, almost as if they had a mind of their own. Sir Osbert pushed down his pants, and took out the weapon a man uses to lay love siege. He aimed his enormous battering ram at the opening of her gates and began the attack. Wow, I'm gonna take that. Fish soup. You know, I'm going to tell you right away, I love the attention to detail with everything, you know. Every little, you know, from that novel, you know, even though you don't get the whole of it, but, you know, just having that, it's illustrated, you can read that, and then just everything from taking the roast. I think you all know where I'm headed with this. It's very much like a Bethesda Elder Scrolls game, you know, Morrowind, Skyrim, Oblivion, you know, everything, every little detail and object you can pick up, from a carrot to a fork, you know, you can just lift it and take it, and little notes and scrolls and stuff that you can take and read. Cooking for the Resistant, Part 1. Author Milreed Auntie Fracile. Not everyone has refined taste buds, and that's perfectly fine. I'm Auntie Milreed, here with simple recipe for those who prefer straightforward flavors. For modern hunger, try Burger's Fare, a staple for folks like you. Just boil grouts and oats in bubbling water. Yes, it must bubble. Another option is mashed potatoes. Peel them thinly if you're handy with a knife, or skip peeling altogether. Boil for about 20 minutes, drain, please don't drink the water, and mash with a touch of milk, but not too much. You want creamy, not watery. Simply satisfying and shame-free. This is almost like a recipe that I think you can actually adapt to reality, so I really like that. Oh, look at that. And that's great. That's how you duck. Wish I could take that poster as well. I'll take a cup just for drinking, and I can't cook anything. I love it, I have to say. Kind of was not expecting this. How do I get my weapon, my hands out? Okay. Now, is there a quick save? This is not good. I mean, If I like this enough, I might just have to cave in and get it. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I should look and see what's on this side. Seven Commandments. I'll take that. Ew, I'll take that too. Devil's Snare, what is that? Really too bad I cannot take the torch. Am I able to... Fuck, I didn't mean to grab that empty thing, but... Okay, that's alright. I wanted to try to just grab his body and, you know, move it into cell. Trap item. Okay, so it doesn't look like this game... Yeah, it doesn't have a grab, so that's really too bad. So I won't be able to, you know, just pick up a pail or something and then move it around. Yeah, see, it just makes me grab it, but it just makes me take it. Note written in blood. To anyone who finds this note, you need to run before they start your treatment. Make you realize you need to gnaw your own legs off. I promise that you are not sick, and even if you are, they will not cure you. Save yourself as I did. I stole a small glass jar when they weren't looking, broke it into tiny shards, and swallowed them all. Soon I will be free. That would be a painful way to go, though. You know, it's like Yelena Belova, right, from the movie Black Widow, you know, played by Florence Pugh. This would be a cool way to die, right? And then later on, when there's she's about to get her, I think her brain removed. This is not such a cool way to die. How do I shoot that? He's dead already. Look at that. Very good. Ah. That's good. Oh, fuck. Why did you grab it? I just... Right, that's fine. Ooh. Aha. Old letter. My dear Airfryer, I have finally arrived at the island asylum and have received my preliminary medical examination. Father Vahen said that my symptoms point to the very early stages of the Red Death, and that I did very well to come here on my own will. He promised to do everything in his power to help me and to make sure our son, I write son in quotes, because I can feel the truth of that with each heartbeat. Our fire is born healthy. I know you had doubts about me coming here, but I really am of good cheer. I will keep you up to date on my progress. Hope to see you soon. Love you and miss you very much. Yours forever, Katrine. I'm thinking of the name Llewellyn. How do you like it? Mm-hmm. Ah. Oh, this is very much like another game I know. New but familiar. New skin, that is, right? The lockpicking, mechanic. This is almost like my rule, but take almost everything that's useful. I don't want to just, suck everything up, like vacuum everything out of, whatever, cabinets and stuff, but anything that I feel is like food and things like that and little trinkets that I feel can be helpful, I will take. Got stuff. Mm-hmm. Spoiled meat. I don't want to take anything from him. Yeah, the spell casting is very cool. Does kind of remind me of Skyrim a little bit. close this. Alright, well, time. That was like really bad. I miscalculated the distance of the enemies. I'll heal up with some food. 10 seconds. Let's go for that. Ah. Very good. And so what do we have in here? Some kind of experimentation going on. I think so. And torture. Autopsy report. Okay, I will not read all of these now. Ooh. Fish oil. A heart. Okay, that's good. How do I, okay, I want to change. Oh. Yeah, I'd like to change the controls here. Toggle weapon. Apparently I can't do that. So they have it where, you know, the right mouse button makes me attack, you know, with my left hand, and then the left mouse button uses, you know, the right hand. So reversed. Drowners are those creatures in Witcher. It's really dark, so I think I want to raise the brightness by just a little bit. If it will allow that. Adjust the slider so that the first symbol is dim but readable and the last one is pure white. Just want to turn it up a little bit. No, I don't want to turn it up completely high. I understand it's supposed to be a dark game, but just a little bit more than what it is. It's a little bit clunkier, you know, the lockpicking than it is on Skyrim and Fallout. It's kind of hard to explain. Medic's Drill. I'll take it. Venerable Brother Sefton, I would like to remind you of what I have mentioned numerous times before, namely that the alchemical station should be cleaned after each use, especially when you are so careless with caustic and toxic substances. I also recommend that you refresh your elementary knowledge about the ingredients of a healing concoction. Those are alcohol and sage, not poisonous plants and hearts. If this kind of negligence continues, I will be forced to ask Father Vahan to revoke your privilege to use the laboratory. May the word of the prophet be your grace. Brother Aaron. Okay.
Sage and alcohol. It's the simplest recipe. I can't believe I have to keep repeating myself.
You know how the young ones are. They dream of dissecting fort dwellers, yet they can't remember the basics.
Before you...
Shovel, I know I can attack people with that. I read that, you know. Ooh. Aha! Tap block right before the enemy's attack lands to execute a parry. A successful parry prevents all damage and drains a hefty amount of the enemy's stamina. Unless you have a shield in your offhand, parrying is unavailable when you have spells equipped. Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter. But most enemies have a stamina bar displayed beneath their health bar. When their stamina is fully drained, they enter staggered state, becoming vulnerable to your attacks until their stamina regenerates. Right. Okay. And controls. How do I block? I don't understand. Or maybe I cannot block, right? Because I have spell in one hand. Red priest.
I agree. The fundamental.
Your sins will be punished!
Oh, no.
Purge the unclean!
I think I'm fucked.
Your fate is sealed.
Yeah.
Do not defy the prophet.
Okay. I think that is not a good idea at all to go through that way. Uh-huh.
Impressive hit. But it'll take
Oh, shit. You took your sweet time, eh?
I understand. I did too, when I was leaving this place for the first time.
You're a good guy. Okay, or on my side at least.
You have to admit that the Red Priests are quite resourceful. At least when it comes to death and dying.
I have to admit that the Red Priests are quite resourceful, at least when it comes to death and dying. Did you help me? Oh, why did you help me? Who are you, a prisoner here? What's next? Who art thou?
Great question, truly. But in case you hadn't noticed, we're still within the walls of the island asylum. When we're out, then we can talk.
Okay.
I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
Of course. So he speaks to me, then remembers that I attacked him first and then killed me. What do we have here? Ooh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can rest. Yeah, rest for an hour. I think it's good. Ah. Beef, carrot. Any salt? Is that what groats are? Salt? Oh, okay. Pork, onion, and honey. Undercooked food. That's really good. I like that. Okay, that's good. Oh, this is not the same way I went.
You took your sweet time, and you have to. Great, but I'm told.
No, I wanted to rename it. Okay. Side. Okay. Ah, good. Now I have a proper dagger, which is what I like. Okay. Good, good. Oh. Fish soup. Where's that undercooked meal that I cooked? Yeah, this one. That's a bit too much. Yeah, I guess I can save it. Brother Jir fell into the abyss. May Kai watch over his soul. His sacrifice taught us that laying planks won't work. They simply won't hold. There's a force blocking the passage. The bridge's outline is visible, yet Jir's thrown rocks met only air. There must be a mechanism or spell we're missing. I can't give up now. The secrets on the other side call to me. I'll be the first to cross that bridge, even if it kills me. Word plasm. Merlin didn't create menhirs. Oops. Ah. Oh shit, I keep getting confused between, left mouse button. Okay, no. You know, again, I thought this would be a game that it would, you know, I wouldn't really be able to play. Like, it would continue to stutter and all of that, but it's running okay, and it even defaulted me to high, so high graphics. The question remains, is there any significance to this manher having 3 arms, not 4? How could we examine it without touching it? Poor brother Abe touched it with his bare hands and vanished, as though he never existed. Shocked, the Pope forbade anyone from touching it again. What is it? Like the talisman from Red Sonja, right? Only women may touch it. But to see the talisman destroyed is still the duty of the High Lord. But anyways, still, I hear it whispering my name. I know I should report it, but I don't want to. Someday, I'll answer its call and claim it was Kai, even if it wasn't. I need to know. I think, you know, this is just like the way out. Oh. I don't know if it says the way out, but... I guess it is the way out. Alright. Oh, look at this hellhole. What is this shit? Look at this. So this is the world now? This is what it is? Yeah, I mean, when I was watching the trailer, it looked like there was, you know, if you have seen Doctor Strange, a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, right? There's a part in that film where Doctor Strange and Rachel McAdams' character, they go to this multiverse. They go to this multiverse where it's a fucked up world, you know, the dimension, you know, it's our world, you know, New York City and all of that, but everything, because the 2 dimensions collided, so there were things that were floating, and it just pretty much resembled this place, but not, you know, castles and things like that, and, you know, like like not these kind of structures, but the structures that we know, but just floating, and everything is, you know, desolate. That's what this kind of reminds me of. So this is the world of Camelot now. It turned into this, huh? So I'm going to end it here. I do like it. You know, this is very cool. I don't know about spending full price on it. I will have to see. I mean, it's $44. Maybe if it comes down to around $30 range, you know, maybe even between 30, 35, or even lower if I can get it for that much, you know. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and this gives an idea of what the game is like. I think maybe I'll do a part 2 of this, so you can see what it's like, you know, roaming in the outdoors and talking to the NPCs. So I hope you all enjoyed, and see you.